Hello YouTubers, and welcome to my review of the first episode of Series 8, Deep Breath. Yes, Doctor Who is finally back after months and months and months of waiting. Since Christmas last year, we are finally given a glimpse of what the brand new Doctor is like. First of all, I'm going to talk about the new Doctor, Peter Capaldi. What do I think of him? I think he is absolutely excellent. Love him. He stole the show, hands down. He was just absolutely brilliant from the word go. As soon as he entered from the TARDIS, you just knew he is definitely the Doctor. And there's some great moments in this, and you can tell that Peter Capaldi really has a passion for the show, because I thought he sort of mirrored Tom Baker in his performance. It kind of reminded me a bit of Robot this episode, and that's a good thing because I really like Robot, and I just thought that Capaldi was just absolutely brilliant, and he's definitely going to be one of my favourite Doctors, without any doubt. He excelled my expectations with his performance in just like one episode. So, yeah, that's my thoughts, my initial thoughts of Capaldi in his first ever episode. The other highlight of this is Jenna Coleman. Now, she's more of a centre stage character, and a lot of people say, oh yeah, she's been given more character development and all this stuff, and I absolutely agree. She has definitely been given a lot more character development, as many, including myself, feel that she wasn't really given enough development during her appearance in the second half of Series 7, and it was a real shame. And here she is at her best. Jenna Coleman gives a wonderful performance as Clara, and I think she's probably better with Peter than what she was with Matt's Doctor. So yeah, Clara, she's really, really good. I thought she was wonderful, her best episode to date. And also the Paternoster gang came back after a few multiple appearances in the Matt Smith era. They're here again. Again, Vastra, Jenny and Strax are all back. Strax is funny as ever, and a lot of people are saying that Strax has ruined the Sontaran legacy. I can see where you're going there, and I actually kind of agree with that. But I just couldn't help laughing when I saw him and like all the stuff he did. I went to the cinema with my girlfriend to watch this episode, because for those of you who don't know, it was also in the cinemas as well on TVs, and everyone in the cinema just burst out laughing whenever Strax did something really funny. So really good. They've kept really funny moments, and with the 12th Doctor, yeah, he is darker, but he's also funny at the same time, and I just really love the writing in this. I think Moffat gives some really good writing, and he didn't really disappoint me. Overall, I think Deep Breath is a lot better than what I anticipated it to be like before I first watched it. Vastra's good and Jenny is good, although there are a few controversial things, and everyone at the moment's like having a go at this, and it's the whole "we are lesbians" thing, and yeah, I feel that Moffat kind of forced it upon all of us, oh, look at this, look at this. Oh, I'm painting a picture of Jenny in revealing clothing. Oh, wait. Oh, we're running out of breath. All right, let's kiss. And it just felt a bit forced upon. I'm nothing against same-sex couples or anything like that, and nothing against that whole idea with Vastra and Jenny. Why not? It's 21st century. But I just felt that it was a bit forced upon, and children watching might have been a bit confused, but I'm not going to go and delve too much into it. If you want to see all the complaints, then all you need to do is just have a look at other reviews. I'm sure they go into the relationship between Jenny and Vastra. But I thought they didn't really need that aspect and the whole, oh, I love her and all of that. We know they are married. We know that. It's already been established. And my honest opinion, it didn't really add too much to the episode. But it's just a little nitpick I have. You know, again, I'm nothing against same-sex couples or anything. So don't comment below and say, oh, you're wrong or anything like that. That's just my opinion. But apart from that, you know, I like Vastra, I like Jenny, I like Strax. You know, that they were really funny. Strax delivers the comedy, and Vastra and Jenny, they just kick ass basically. Same goes for Peter Capaldi. The monster in this is a clockwork sort of monster, and it's based on the same idea which was brought up in the Tennant story, The Girl in the Fireplace. And I avoided all spoilers for this story before it broadcast, by the way, and you know, it was a nice surprise. It was a nice reference, the whole sistership of the Madame de Pompadour. It's SS Marie Antoinette. It was a very nice touch, and I like the whole idea how they come from I think they come from the 51st century or something, and they've accidentally gone back in time to prehistoric ages. So they've been on Earth for millennia, and they're trying to like rebuild themselves, and they're using human parts. And I just really love the idea. The main villain is absolutely brilliant. Loved the prosthetics, loved the acting. He had a presence. It wasn't camp or anything like that. Alright, it might be a little bit of a rip-off of the Terminator, but well, it's not really. I thought that the gunslinger from A Town Called Mercy back in the last series, I thought that was more of a rip-off of the Terminator than what this is. This is more of a rip-off of the Clockwork Droids from The Girl in the Fireplace. But it's a nice idea, you know. Moffat's revisited that idea again, and because he wrote that story in 2006, and I just really love the line when Capaldi says, yeah, there's something really familiar about this, because his mindset isn't really at his best right now because he's just regenerated and all of that type of thing, which is fine, because when a Doctor regenerates, they do go a bit bonkers. So yeah, the villains, I really loved them. They had a presence, and I really did think that they worked very well. The direction by Ben Wheatley as well, absolutely brilliant. It really suited the cinema release, I feel, especially with the opening scenes with the dinosaur and just little points, and like even the direction of the restaurant scene when the Doctor and Clara are inside the Mancini restaurants. I thought that was very well handled. So yeah, Ben Wheatley, very good, and I can't wait to see what he offers in the next episode, Into the Dalek. The music by Murray Gold. It's still Murray Gold doing the incidental music and the title music. I'll go into the title music towards the end of this video, as it's nothing to do with the episode itself because it's a constant thing because it'll be all the way through Series 8. I thought the incidental music, although not memorable, I thought it was very good. So, yeah, a lot of people are saying it wasn't that good, but I actually disagree. I thought the incidental music was very good. I really like the music when Peter Capaldi goes out the window and he goes down the tree and all that, and he goes onto the horse and he says, like, oh, can I borrow your pet? And then the man says, no, you can't. No, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the horse. I really loved that line. And the music that's playing at that point, I just love it. It's brilliant. That might be like 12's signature theme, like the 11th Doctor's, you know, when it goes dun 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 dun, you know, might be that. But I'm sure we'll know, like, as time goes by, like, what 12's theme is. You know, his incidental theme. So yeah, the music was good, the direction was good. As I said earlier, the writing was good. I thought it was very well paced. It suited the 80-minute slot. I thought it was very well handled. I thought it worked very well. A lot of people saying, oh, it's too long. A lot of scenes drags. But I thought the whole idea of the scenes dragging, well, I didn't think they dragged. I thought that the fact that the scenes were longer, I thought it was a positive to this episode, because again, you get more character development for people like Clara, like the scene when she's underneath the restaurant after the Doctor leaves her, and she goes through that dream sequence, and she sees visions of her first day at Coal Hill School, something that will be revisited later in the series, and I just thought that was very well handled. You know, it shows her fears, and at the same time, it shows her motivation because she's inspired by the girl who says, "Go on, then do it." And when the android cyborg person threatens her with a life, she just basically says, "Go on, then do it." And I thought that was probably the best scene for Clara in this story. She was absolutely brilliant, Jenna Coleman. I cannot fault her whatsoever. It's definitely the best episode so far. I can't wait to see what they do with her later in the series, as we've been promised great things between her and the 12th Doctor. And yeah, the makeup on the monster, by the way, is absolutely brilliant. As I said, you know, I love the clockwork bit inside, like, on his head. It was really done very well, like the little eyeball thing. Really loved it, and I just love the other ones, like, not the main ones because there's like loads of them, but there's the one in the restaurant when it goes spleen and all that type of thing. And then it's very amusing when the Doctor says, oh yeah, have you got like a children's menu? And then later on it says, yes, we have a children's menu. I love that bit. It's just great. A lot of bits in this episode I really loved. And even the dinosaur, because before I saw it, like, we saw the dinosaur in all the trailers and all the promotional material and all that, I thought, well, if the dinosaur's going to be in the first episode, I thought, well, what's it going to bring to the plot? And I just thought that it wouldn't add anything, but it did, because the TARDIS is spat out of the dinosaur right at the beginning. And yeah, by the way, the CGI with this dinosaur and everything, great, you know, a lot better than Invasion of the Dinosaurs, infamous special effects of that story, and like even Victorian London, like the way that was done, the CGI, perfect. I think it really captured the look of the Victorian era very, very well. And yeah, the dinosaur was relevant to the plot, you know, because the androids, the clockwork robots wanted the parts of the dinosaur. And the dinosaur arrived in Victorian London. I don't know if a lot of people got this, but it time travelled there because of the TARDIS. Because the TARDIS was inside it or something, it time travelled and it was brought there by the TARDIS because the TARDIS was inside it. And I did not expect a TARDIS to be lodged inside the dinosaur's throat. And when the Doctor just comes out of the TARDIS for the first time when he's on the beach, like the opening scene before the title sequence, it's just brilliant. Capaldi is just awesome. And you can really tell that his Doctor is going to be a lot different to Matt Smith's Doctor. Yeah, in the first half of this, you get the sense he sounds like Matt Smith's Doctor, but I think that, again, that's to do with the regeneration. He still thinks that he is the 11th Doctor, but later on, Capaldi becomes his own, and I think, like I said towards the start, there's elements of Tom Baker in there. He even says in the alleyway scene when he's with the tramp, he says, I could do with a long scarf. Oh, that would be a bit stupid. I really loved that scene as well. One thing to note, I found this out in the Q&A session after the episode aired, because for those of you who don't know, in the cinema releases there was an exclusive Q&A session for cinema goers all over the world. And it was with Peter Capaldi and Moffat and Jenna, but I wasn't really keen on the Q&A. But I found out from the Q&A, because I didn't know prior to this, that the guy who played the tramp was actually Elizabeth Sladen's widow. And I thought that was very nice. I thought the fact that he was in the episode was very good, because in real life he probably did it for Elizabeth. So yeah, there was a very nice touch and very nice moments. Even though he was on the screen for about 2 minutes, so yeah, it was very nice sort of cameo there by Elizabeth Sladen's widower. So yeah, that was very nice, and I just love the references as well to the Doctor's new face, like killer eyebrows, and the fact that he's seen the face somewhere before. Another Easter egg, I don't know if anyone's picked up on this. Me and my girlfriend picked up on this yesterday, because we've watched it twice now. Watched it in the cinema, we've watched it at home. And it's the fact that the episode aired on the 23rd of August. Now, if you watch The Fires of Pompeii, bearing in mind Capaldi is in that, playing Caecilius, and in The Fires of Pompeii, the date when Vesuvius erupts is 23rd of August. Also, the year is 79 AD, and the runtime is about 80 minutes, but it might be 79 minutes. You see where I'm going here. Also, on the DVD, if you have the DVD, and you watch the episode, if you pause the DVD and you look at what time it is in the DVD, it's 7 minutes and 50 seconds in when Tennant's Doctor says it's the 23rd of August, 79 AD. So 7 minutes 50 seconds in. The episode was broadcast at 7:50. Is that a bit of a coincidence? Comment below. So yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one who picked up on that, but my girlfriend was the one who picked up on that, so thank you very much to the Determined Artist. Very good. Yeah, we're a bit sad, but hey, there you go. So yeah, overall, the episode was very dark, but at the same time very funny. Loved it. Very great. I would have given it a 10 out of 10, but I'm not going to, because there was a scene or two towards the end which I didn't quite like. The scene when the Doctor and Clara are in the TARDIS. Clara obviously doesn't trust this new Doctor. She's not sure about this regeneration. You see that a lot, especially with the veil scene and all that, which a lot of people don't really like. I don't really mind it, even though it partly doesn't make any sense, but oh well. But the scene when the Clara is in the TARDIS and the TARDIS has been redesigned and all that, got bookshelves and all that now, and the columns change. I prefer the new design. You know, it looks fresher in my opinion, even though it's not too drastic. You know, it's the same set and everything. They've just modified it a bit. You've got the bookshelves and the Doctor's sat on a chair now. Love it. And I just love when Clara says, "You redecorated. I don't like it." You know, obviously, continuity of a line spoken before by the Doctors. It's actually the first time that someone other than the Doctor has said it. And Capaldi responds with, he actually says, "Yeah, I'm not really keen on it myself." Well, he doesn't actually say that, but along those lines, he says, "Yeah, I really should bring back those round things. I don't know where I put them." Love that line. It's one of the best lines in the episodes. All of Peter Capaldi's lines in this, there's loads of great lines in this, especially even the bit when they're struggling underneath the restaurant and he says, "There's times like this I miss Amy." And even the interaction between the Doctor and Clara inside the restaurants when they're discussing over the fact like who put the ad in the paper, which I think is something that will be explored throughout the series. It's going to be a story arc, and I really like that. Like Impossible Girl, it's a new story arc, and I love the fact that they finally brought back. They've mentioned the fact that the woman from the shop gave Clara the number. So that's going to be addressed upon, hopefully in this series. Hopefully we don't need to wait that long. We'll find out answers who the woman is. And my theory is the woman is this woman who appears at the end of the story, called Missy. Not much is known about this woman, but I think there's going to be a recurring theme. The whole thing, the Doctor push the villain off from the ship onto the spire of Big Ben, or did he commit suicide? We don't know. I'd like to think the Doctor did it because he's a darker Doctor. And the robot often talks about the Promised Land. Oh, the Promised Land. I want to go to the Promised Land and all this. This might be a new story arc, like Silence Will Fall, like the Promised Land, heaven. And he ends up there at the end of the episode. It's very intriguing. We don't know what the hell this is. I don't think it is heaven, personally, because the last episode is called Death in Heaven. I just think it's some sort of alternate universe, and he's ended up there like in some sort of afterlife where he still lives, but I don't know if it's heaven or not. It's a bit weird. And the woman there, Missy, she's a bit weird, and I felt, oh god, it's another River Song type character. While I like River Song, I thought, we don't need another River Song now. It's a new era. It just felt like, I don't know, it didn't really, it took away a bit from the episode in my opinion, because I thought it should have focused a lot more on Capaldi. Which leads me to the phone call scene. And this has got mixed reception, and I can see why, because a lot of people are welcome to the fact that Matt Smith has made an appearance. Not long after he left, and you know, I can see the symbolism of the scene. You know, he's basically saying you need to look after this new Doctor. He's very scared and all of that. And I thought Matt Smith, you know, in the little cameo he had, I thought, you know, he did everything all right and everything. You know, nothing against Matt Smith. You know, it was good, I guess. It was surprising because I didn't know that he would appear before the episode aired, because I avoid spoilers. And I thought it was very good, and I just love the scene when he says, "Is that the Doctor?" And then Capaldi says, "Is that the Doctor?" I just love Peter Capaldi's face at that time. He just delivers it perfectly. Wonderful. Love it. And in my opinion, though, I don't think we should have had that phone call scene, because I just feel like it took away a bit from Capaldi. I just feel that it was... it just took away the fact that, oh, it's Capaldi's first episode and Matt Smith appears. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. At the time I thought, yeah, it makes sense, but then I thought, then again, it's never happened before. A lot of people said, no, it wasn't really a good idea. I can see what they were doing, and it does make sense, you know, because the phone was hanging off the TARDIS, like, in the time of the Doctor, before he regenerated, so it makes sense. But I don't know, it's weird. I'm not really... It's like, I know there are different circumstances in that story, but in the 11th hour, it's like saying David Tennant appears before the viewers, because, quite frankly, all Matt Smith did in this scene, he's not just telling Clara, this is the same man as I once was. He's changed and everything, his personality's changed, but he's still the same person. And, you know, he's talking to the viewers as well. I think for the younger viewers, it'd be fine, like for the kids who are unfamiliar with regeneration, like the newer fans. But I think for fans like me, I just thought, it didn't really... You know, it took away the elements, because the whole point of this, you know, Capaldi was a star in this. He was the main thing about this. It's his first story. So I just thought it didn't really add anything to the story. So, yeah, basically the two last scenes I thought was a bit... I like when the Doctor and Clara go for coffee and chips, though, and the fact that the Doctor's landed in Glasgow. Love the Scottish jokes. I thought that was very good as well. So, yeah, the two last scenes I wasn't really that keen on. Although this Missy seems intriguing, but at the same time a bit annoying. But we'll have to wait to see where that character goes, as I'm sure that, well, she is going to appear again. I believe she's going to be in the finale, as has been set pictures shown, and I've seen them. They're not spoilers, because, you know, they've just been unveiled by this press anyway. So overall, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Great debut for Capaldi's Doctor. Don't understand the hate that this episode is getting at all. I loved it personally. Yeah, it's not the best episode in the world, but I feel it's definitely one of the best debut episodes ever, if not the best. Might be better than the 11th hour. Not so sure at the minute, but it's definitely really good. It's giving it a run for its money, I think. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching my review of Deep Breath. My next review shall be Into the Dalek, which is the next episode. Before I go, I'd also like to talk about the new title sequence. A lot hate this as well. I personally quite like it. My dad hates it. He said, why did you change it? What was wrong with it before? But I personally feel that this is better. I don't think it's the best ever title sequence by any means. There are better ones. Well, I say that. It's not the best theme music, but I like the sequence. I thought the sequence was brilliant. I just love the clocks and all the cogs and all that. Love it. And you got all the planets and Capaldi's face, and I just loved it. And the fact that we no longer have the da 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 is great, you know, because I wanted that to go. I'm glad it's gone now. It's more reminiscent of the old days. It's gone back to the old days. I don't know about the whole Wii U bit. Not sure about that. But I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's shit or anything. I think it's good. I thought it was really good. It's different. It's nice that we've got something different instead of another Vortex. So, yeah, at this moment at the time, I think that the new title sequence is good. The sequence itself is better than the music. Although the music is starting to grow on me. I think the theme music is better than the last theme, in my opinion. Although I think a lot of people will disagree with me, but that's my opinion anyway. So, yes, again, tune in next time as I shall be reviewing Into the Dalek.